Hello everyone, thank you so much again for joining me on my channel. I really appreciate you being here. I got back from my dad's house a couple of days ago where I got to spend a lot of time with my family, and so I thought I would just sit down and eat some honeydew melon and talk about it with you for a little bit. It wasn't a busy week last week. We had a lot of downtime, but there was some running around and some stuff we got to do, and I got to see my nephew for the first time in a year. Last time I saw him he was 6 months old, and so this time I actually got to play with him and like bond with him, and that was so awesome. He's such a funny kid. He's got like this evil sense of humor where he likes messing with you and seeing your reaction, and then he just laughs hysterically at you. It's just like the funniest thing ever. But so the weekend started off, I drove out there. My dad's house is about a 2-hour drive away. My sister had been there for a couple of days, and my brother was there as well, which was awesome because we got to spend Father's Day, all three of us, with my dad. So that was pretty good. He's really lucked out. The past couple of years he's gotten to spend Father's Day with 3 of his kids, so he's pretty lucky, I think. My dogs are passed out on the blanket out there in the sun. I got to spend a couple of days with everybody, and then I went with my sister to see my grandma and a few of her friends. I was just kind of there for moral support and to help her with my nephew. I didn't necessarily want to go back to where I grew up, but she wanted me to go with her, so the whole point of me being at my dad's house anyway was to spend time with her and my nephew, so I went along. And it was very interesting being in my hometown again. I haven't been there in a really long time. We drove by the place where we grew up and drove down the neighborhood, and it's just so weird because you have this picture in your mind of what your house looked like, or just your experience growing up, and like from being, you know, from very little up until I was like 10 years old, we lived there. So you have a lot of memories about playing outside and just different things that we would do. And you have this image of what everything looks like just the property and the house and everything, and the people who live there now are remodeling it, so it looked a lot different. So that's always weird. It's like you kind of wish you hadn't seen that because you want to keep that picture in your head of what it looked like. But that was fun, and we stayed with a distant relative and just got to hang out, and my sister went and saw a couple people that she wanted to see. She's the type of person that likes meeting up with old friends and likes updating everybody and wants everybody to see her son, and it's not really my thing. I don't really enjoy socializing as much as she does. I kind of have my people and my dogs, and I'm perfectly good with just sticking in my little circle. I don't ever have a strong desire to go back and hang out with people I used to be friends with. That's just kind of how I am. But it was good to kind of tag along and be forced to see people that I wanted to see. I just wouldn't have gone out of my way to do it myself. But my nephew is so well behaved, and he's just so funny. I just love him so much. So we did that, and then we came back. We were there in my hometown for a couple of days, and we came back and relaxed for a few days, and then my sister had to leave to go to a wedding, and so she put myself and my brother in charge of my nephew for a couple of days, and she hasn't really been away from him for that long, since he was born. So I could tell she was kind of nervous about it. Had some juice in it. But he did so good. Like, he was such an angel the whole time. And that's one thing, like, I could definitely tell the difference between who my nephew is with my sister and who he is with not my sister. Because with us, he was like so fun. He didn't really throw a fit at all. He was just like up for fun and wanted to go do things and giggle and laugh and mess around with us, and which that was awesome. I mean, he slept almost all the way through the night with me. That was the one thing I was kind of worried about, was being awake all night, but he woke up one time for just a couple of minutes. I just had such a good time with him. I could tell we definitely bonded. Like, I was his new mommy for those 2 days, so like, he needed to trust me, and I could tell that he did. But when my sister got back, like, we could definitely tell the difference. But that's just like anybody, you know, when you're around people you don't really know and you're not really 100% comfortable with, you're on your best behavior. And then when my sister back, like, I could definitely see the tantrums and stuff, which he's 1.5, so that's gonna happen. I just thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, I got to change some diapers, which I haven't done a lot of. I might have changed a diaper a couple of times, but I don't have kids, and I don't really have a lot of friends that have kids, so I'm not really around that. So I got to change some diapers, which was fine, not a big deal. But definitely got a taste of what it's like to be a mom. It's a lot of work, a little bit stressful at times, but I did have my family there to help me. So it really, he's like so easy that it wasn't even like hard at all, honestly. He's just so fun. And he looks a lot like me when I was little, and he also looks a lot like my brother. And so it was just so awesome to like look at him and watch him and just know that that's how my mom and my dad saw us when we were little, and just like the love that they probably had for us, and which I'm sure they still do, but it's a different love for a little kid than it is for an adult. You just like, you just want to eat them up. They're just so cute. So that was probably my favorite part, and just thinking about his funny personality and his little quirks and things that he likes and things that he doesn't like, and how that's going to translate into when he gets older. I don't know. It was just really awesome to be there and have some time with him without my sister, so that he could really bond with me and my brother. It was just such a good time. I just really, and I appreciate my sister for doing that and like trusting us, because she didn't have to do that. But it was just such a special time that I will cherish forever. That kid is just so stinking funny. He just gets the biggest kick out of messing with people. He's got like a really evil sense of humor, which I love, by the way. So yeah, that was pretty much my week. It was really fun. I had such a blast. And I always hate when it comes to an end, because I don't know when I'm going to get to see my sister and my nephew again, because they live in Oklahoma. My sister's in the Army. So it's always like really bittersweet. Like, there's only so much family you can handle, and we were together for a week and a half, and that was like, if Michael wasn't there, that would be too much, but he made it totally worth it. So I'm pretty much done, I think, eating this right now. I'm pretty full, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to like and comment and let me know what you guys want to see for future videos. I would love to hear your ideas. It was so great talking to you again. And I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye.